Are you a law student who started studying law because you want to make a difference in the world? Do you believe in this idea that lawyers don't have to be gladiators out there baying for blood, but that there is another way to practice law, that you can be a peacemaker, that you can be a justice warrior, that you can study law because you want to be an activist for social change, and lawyers have the power to bring change about in the world? You may have noticed that we are looking at the systemic collapse at the moment. All of our systems are collapsing, and as of 2020, that has only accelerated. So we are not dealing with business as usual, and we can't expect to go and practice law as usual. The world needs lawyers who are peacemakers and justice warriors and activists for social change. My name is Amanda Lamond, and I run Awakening Lawyers. I work with lawyers who love the law but are disillusioned and disheartened by the way it's currently practiced and has been for a long time. And I help them to reimagine and redesign their lives so that they can practice law in their own way, in their own time, and on their own terms. One of the things that I'm passionate about is helping students know that there are hundreds and thousands of lawyers practicing law in entirely new ways, and there are new areas of law that you aren't being taught about at university. I also know that there are a whole lot of skills you're not being taught at university, and I am trying to put that right. So what I've done is create the first Awakening Lawyers mentorship program, and I'm looking for 25 law students from South Africa to be the first cohort of mentees on this program. What this program offers is, it is not just about technical skills and training, because that's what you're learning at university. But law is actually about how do the 8 billion people on this one planet get along with each other, and to realize that it's an interconnected set of human beings. That's what we are dealing with in the legal system. So it's not just about how smart you are, it's about who you are as a person that really matters in the law. And again, that seems to be left out of the curriculum. You may want to be a successful lawyer, we all do, but the thing is, the lawyers that I am talking to and coaching are realizing that their success of their career came at the cost of the success of their lives. So they have successful legal careers, but they don't have successful lives. And we need to change that. So this program is to help you not get to the age of 40 or 50 and be burnt out and disillusioned, and then discover that there is another way. A lot of the lawyers practicing in this new way are lawyers who now identify themselves as part of the integrative law movement. There is a whole wealth of books that is being written about these changes in the law, but again, many of these aren't filtering through to university. So, books such as this, The Happy Lawyer, which should be required reading for all law students. And then there is this book, The Compassionate Lawyer by Kimberly Stamatelos. And one of the students in this program is going to be lucky enough to have Kimberly as their mentor. If you want to know about the whole movement and the amazing changes taking place, the best guide to that is this book, Lawyers as Change Makers by Kim Wright. Many of the mentors from this program, the people who are going to be mentoring you, are lawyers featured in this book. So let me tell you a little bit more about this program. It runs over a period of 12 weeks, and it starts on the 24th of May. That means that you only have until the 14th of May to get your applications in, and I'll talk more about that in a moment and give you the link. So, during the 12 weeks, you will be assigned a mentor who is one of these innovative change makers in the law, who is doing things differently. And a lot of that is about learning how do you bring your head and your heart to what you do. How do you practice your values as a lawyer and retain who you are, no matter what the environment is that you are practicing in. You will be assigned your own mentor. You will also do a program over the 12 weeks, which we are ensuring is not too onerous because we know that you have other commitments and your studies. And these various videos and trainings that you will participate in are going to talk to you about how to manage your own well-being, how to manage stress and anxiety so that exams don't completely freak you out. We will talk about how do you plan your career. We'll talk about networking. We'll talk about all these amazing developments in law and new practice areas that you probably haven't heard of. Terms like therapeutic jurisprudence, collaborative practice, conscious contracts. So there is a sort of theoretical component to the course, and then there is this practical component and the one-on-one relationship that you will have with your mentor. You'll have 3 conversations with them using Zoom, Skype, whatever you like, during this 3-month period, and then in between some contact via WhatsApp or email or whatever platform you and your mentor decide will work for you. We are trying to ensure that the course requirements for the mentorship program don't take you more than about 1 hour, maybe an hour and a half per week, so it's not going to get in the way of your studies. The other thing is, everything in this program is going to support what you are doing at university, so it's not in addition to it. We're going to teach you how to cope in very stressful environments and look at the effect that you have on people, because it's not just how smart you are anymore, it's who you are as a person. Another thing that universities aren't teaching is that having a successful career is about business relationships. So it's the value of your experiences other than just straight law. And this program is going to provide you with the amazing opportunity that by the time you finish studying law, you will already have this network of change makers all over the world, a group of 25 really extraordinary people. I can share with you that it's a privilege for me to have conversations with lawyers who are working with this level of soul and integrity and innovation. You will have exposure to different ways of practicing, and then you will also have a network of 25 other lawyers who are your peers who are now going to be entering the legal profession around about the same time you do. So you start your career with this huge added advantage that your peers are not going to have. The type of students that we are looking for. So firstly, you need to be a student who is currently passing and not just scraping by, because if your marks are kind of only just there, then we're worried that putting anything else on your plate might damage your current marks. So you need to be a student who's average or just above average. You don't have to be a top or straight A student by any means. But most importantly, we're looking for students who are change makers, who are here in the world because they want to make a difference. So people who care. And we are going to ask you various questions in the application document to kind of get a sense of whether you are a right, energetic fit for this program. So finally, practical details. You need to have your application in by Friday the 14th of May at noon. Once we've got 100 to 125 applications, we will have to close the application process, and that may be earlier than Friday the 14th of May. The actual program orientation of how it all works will happen during the week of 24 May when you're assigned your mentor, so you need to get moving on this. It really is a life-changing opportunity for the students who are going to be lucky enough to be chosen for this program. And for those who aren't able to get in, I'm going to look at ways of sharing other materials that I have made available to all students everywhere to help you know about the extraordinary changes taking place in the law and why we all need to be part of this process of transformation at this time.